Nobita recently discovered that Shizuka and Dekisuji are getting closer and closer. She's getting colder with herself. Nobita wanted to rush up to join them, but Shizuka ignored him at all. Nobita is so anxious to go home and find Doraemon. What he saw was Dorami. It turned out that Doraemon went back for Dekisuji medical examination. Nobita summoned the courage to call Shizuka to invite her to play at his house, but was ruthlessly rejected. The reason turned out to be that she was going to Dekisuji's house to do her homework. Shizuka is Nobita's wife in the future. How can she be with others? Doraemon quickly took out the "come cat." Just put it on the roof and Shizuka will come to Nobita's house. At this time, Doraemon also happened to be back. After hearing about this, he quickly took out the "go dog." As long as Dekisuji is not at home, Shizuka can't go and do homework with him. The effects of these two props take effect at the same time. Nobita ran out of the house to find Shizuka. Shizuka came to Nobita's house because she received the wrong letter. Because of the sudden sound of decoration outside the window, Dekisuji also went out. This is Dekisuji complete mess. Shizuka did not meet Nobita when she arrived at Nobita's house, but met Dekisuji when she went out. These two actually meet again. Doraemon and Dorami both think it's each other's fault. A brother-sister war kicked off. Nobita watched as Dekisuji and Shizuka entered Shizuka's house together. He went home to ask for help, and happened to see the two siblings arguing. Dorami took the lead and shouted, "There are mice." After it scared Doraemon away, it picked up Nobita and left. As soon as she flew into the air, Doraemon also started to fight back and shouted, "There are cockroaches." Dorami was so frightened that she rolled and fell into the green belt. Nobita finally went to Shizuka's house and the three of them did their homework together. The brother and sister put on stone hats and slipped in, and decided to help Dekisuji group of Nobita. Doraemon first took out praise lipstick and painted Nobita Dekisuji sexy big mouth. Nobita immediately began to frantically praise Shizuka. Dorami didn't give up either. She took out her dress-up camera and changed Nobita's clothes. Doraemon uses the puppet controller dance edition again. Look at Nobita's graceful dancing posture. The limbs seem to have just grown out. Dorami also used blooming flower ash to bloom flowers on Shizuka's bed in order to create the atmosphere. Doraemon thinks Shizuka likes hot springs. He used Dekisuji hot spring rope. Everyone fell into the water. My god, the homework just now was written in vain. Shizuka had to kick Nobita out of the house. But how could they just give up? Dorami took Nobita to the roof of Shizuka's house again, and took out the image machine to make Shizuka happy. As soon as Shizuka finished talking about going horseback riding on the grassland, Dekisuji horse really appeared in the room. Shizuka was terrified. Doraemon has always had Dekisuji fever, but he still took out the continuous call machine for the election campaign. In this way, Shizuka will mention Nobita as soon as she opens her mouth, but she can't even say normal words. Shizuka opened the window and took Dekisuji. Look, okay, it's the three of you here again. The three quickly plugged in the bamboo dragonfly to escape, and Doraemon accidentally fell. Dorami thinks Nobita should be alone with Shizuka, so she decided to bring Shizuka into Nobita's house. For their two worlds not to be disturbed, Dorami chases away her mother with "Go dog." Doraemon, who had Dekisuji fever, also flew back slowly and leisurely. In order to prevent her brother from making trouble, Dorami used props to conjure Dekisuji mouse to scare him away. Then Doraemon took out the atmosphere lamp. There are music and lights to create Dekisuji romantic atmosphere. This thing is really Dekisuji must-have prop for falling in love. Shizuka received the package originally intended for Nobita, so she and Dekisuji came to Nobita's house together. Seeing that the plan was about to succeed, Nobita received Dekisuji call. Doraemon has Dekisuji big problem. He immediately ran to take Dekisuji. Look. Doraemon fell from the air and fell into the ground because of Dekisuji fever. Now it's dying. Nobita carried Doraemon and rushed home. He opened the door and saw that Shizuka and Dekisuji had the right atmosphere, and pink bubbles almost appeared in the room. Nobita can't take care of so much anymore. In his heart, Doraemon is more important than anything else. Shizuka and Dekisuji left hand in hand. Nobita didn't care. He still chose to send Doraemon into the time machine first to go back to the factory for repair. Sure enough, Nobita and Doraemon are true love.